Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Word for Word Talk or Health Word View, depending on where you're watching me from. You're welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, like and share. Click the notification button so when we're on, you will be notified. I want to show you a video. It's a different, I've made a video before. If you have not watched just the video, please go watch the video. It will give you more, you kind of compare. This is a different scene because, you know, different people took some different, different angle of recording. But one particular woman actually recorded a lot of it, which was the main one they're using, which was on my first video. And this video really is more of, showing an angle that was different from, you know, part of it were different from the first video that I actually I shared earlier. So I want you to watch it. This is to do with a co-captain that was beaten, you know, by a group of people because he asked them to move their pontoon from their own space where they all were going to dock their own boat that was carrying 200 people. But the owner of the pontoon and his group didn't want to move it. We're told that over about 40 to 45 minutes, they kept asking them, move, so that they could dock. But they won't move it until this guy was helped with a boat to come to the docking place and talk to this guy to say, you know what, you need to move, we need to dock, you know? And just while he was still talking to the guy, someone just came, boom, boom, and the brawl just started, and that was it. I will not talk too much of it. It's really not right, the way what was done. You wonder if they were already angry or they were high. Like the lady said, they were entitled and you can't tell them what to do. So anyway, I just stop here. You just watch this video. You'll be able to tell. Watch the other video so that you will understand more of the situation. It's really disheartening. It's not good.
Let's turn to Alabama now, where tonight Montgomery police are charging 3 men with assault in that giant brawl that went viral. You probably saw it. This was on the city's Riverfront over the weekend. Take a look. You can see some of the video here. Police say the co-captain of a riverboat was just doing his job, trying to move a private pontoon boat that was parked in the riverboat's designated spot. And then the owners of that private boat, you see him here, according to what we've been told at this point, started fighting with that man. Later, it escalated into a full-out melee. Once the riverboat docked, passengers jumped off that boat and got into a fight, basically, here. Let's bring in Sam Brock now from our Miami bureau. Sam, the police, I know, held a news conference earlier today. Talk about what all went on here. Bring us up to speed. What'd you learn?
Sure, Aaron. So there's legal repercussions, as you might expect. 3 people right now are facing assault charges. That is a misdemeanor charge, but that's a figure the Montgomery police chief says is expected to expand. Richard Roberts, Alan Todd, and Zachary Shipman, all between the ages of 23 and 48, and all of them white. And of course, that is important because of the context of the fight that you're watching unfold there, where you have these 3, and plus whoever else is charged. Of the 13 who were originally detained, some of them are expected to see charges as well. The backstory here is that we're told that Damian Pickett, who is the co-captain of the Harriet II, that's the riverboat that was out there on the Alabama River, his captain had phoned through the PA system and tried to beg these guys to please move your boat because you're in an area that is restricted because of the moorings of the riverboat and the width of the boat. It needs to dock right where you are. You've got to go. These guys, according to the police, were combative, had gestures and other things that were not very pleasant to say when they were being asked to do that over the PA system. So then, in fact, you have Damian Pickett go and ask them in person, and he untied the boat. And that's when that ensues. As far as what the timeline looked like for this, Aaron, at 7 o'clock at night, that's when it all started. The call to Montgomery police came in about 7:15. By 7:18, the first police units arrived on scene. So all of this was very fast. And now the question becomes, what sort of charges additionally will come from this? But at the very least, you are looking at legal consequences for a fight, which thankfully did not lead to any serious injuries.
At the same time, Sam, you look at that video and you sort of understand why there's been a lot of conversation online and elsewhere about race playing into what happened on that dock. Did that come up with officials today as they were talking about what happened?
Oh, it sure did, because the real debate here was whether or not you might be seeing hate crime charges coming, racially motivated, factors that might have played into why these men acted the way that they did. The police chief was asked directly. He did say that we looked, that he hinted at some things that were said that were taunting, that were perhaps mean-spirited. He didn't specify exactly what, but said that what they found in terms of evidence did not match the standards for the FBI for bringing hate crime charges. Here's a little bit more specifically of what he said.
While the Harriet was still out in the water, there was a lot of, I've seen finger gestures and comments and innuendos made at a distance. Of course, when the co-captain approached, that continued. We were unable to present any inciting a riot or racially biased charges at this time.
Aaron, the three men who have been arrested or face charges right now, none of them are actually from Montgomery. They're from the Selma area. One of them has already turned himself in. We are expecting the other two to do so as well this evening, Aaron.
This is what happened. And it doesn't make sense, because what happened there was when the boat finally docked, most of the people that were in that boat watching this man beat up this man, this co-captain that was doing his job, they came out and then tried to fight these other people, who were beating up this guy doing his job. So it was now some people against these other people, you know what I mean? So, because they were watching, if you watch the first video I made, you hear the lady said they felt helpless. They just, because they were watching, seeing what was being done to their co-captain that was bringing them to dock. And they were not happy, but there was nothing they could do. They couldn't go to stop the fight. They were just watching. So as soon as they were able to dock, most of them that were already angry, upset that they were beating this man up for no reason, came in and then joined the man to beat up those who outnumbered him, because he was outnumbered. He was only himself. So he escalated. He didn't have to get to that at all. Well, hopefully they learn. That's the most important thing, that they learn not to do it next time. Not to do it to anyone. It doesn't matter where they find where the person is. It doesn't matter who that person is or what they think the person is or whatever. Purple, yellow, orange, it doesn't matter. They won't do it to nobody. They won't even do it to somebody that look like them, because we're all people. We're all people loved by God, So you don't even think about it. Anyway, let me know what you think. And like I said, we're going to follow this particular case up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, click the notification button so that you will be informed, or notified rather, when we have the next video out. God bless you. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, evening. If it's night, good night.